welcome to another edition of Davey's American Racing. Sorry, I had a couple hiccups there for a couple of minutes there. I got taken care of that, though. But how's everybody doing out there in the world of Facebook land, YouTube, wherever you're picking up the video? How's everybody doing? I had Dan. Oh, there he's back. And I had a couple of glitches there, Dan. So I had to reset everything. Evidently, if you prepare to go live, you can't leave it on for quite a while, which I did. That's why I had to redo everything real quick. They sent me back to the other part of live stream here and had to redo it again. But again, welcome to another edition of Davey's American Racing. Here it is, almost in the middle of May. We're on the 10th day of May. A lot of racing going on, especially in California, which we'll be covering that in a little bit. Of course, they had the California Clash last week in California. I got all the finishes there from all the tracks. They had 5 races, but they only got 4 in. Merced, California, Merced Speedway was rained out, so they only got to get in 4 races. But I understand from all the emails and some of the clips that I've seen, there's good racing all the way around. A lot of cars signed up for the IMCA Modifieds, the IMCA Street Stocks, and IMCA Northern Nevada Modifieds, the B mods, let's put it that way. Like people don't want to call it, but that's what they call it. So we'll stay with that. But again, I got all the finishes there from that too. Some racing here in Nevada was happening. I'll cover that in a little bit. Kind of a good week, sad week for me. I'll be leaving Friday morning for Carlsbad, California. We'll be celebrating my brother's celebration of life on Saturday. All the relatives will be down there on Saturday to celebrate that. So give me some prayers for good traveling down there, make it safe, and a return safe as well on Sunday. So it's going to be a quick trip for me. But again, it'll be happening this weekend again. I wanted to leave tomorrow, but I think I'll wait till Friday morning. I don't know why, but it just feels that way to me. But again, got some stuff coming in. Dan McGee is in the halls waiting. I'm going to have him come on in a little bit, catch us up on some of the racing that he covers, especially the motorcycle racing that he covers as well. And we'll talk more about racing. Before I go any further, I want to make sure I get this in. Come over here. Get it over there. Eagle Fields drag strip running this weekend. People wanted to make sure I got that in. I pull up the poster for you right there. It's right there in front of you. May 19th, 20th, and the 21st this week. Oh, next weekend. I'm sorry. Next weekend. I thought it was this weekend. A lot of racing going on down there at Eagle Field. Never been there. It's the opportunity to make your way down there. They got quite a few classes running that day. Friday is what they call the Ebbs Tall Chief. Run what you bring. Flag start racing. The old style. Start the one green flag and you're off. No Christmas lights, no nothing but a green flag. Sorry, the big day. The quick 8. Jet dragsters and fuel dragsters. Wheel standers and bracket racing for Saturday. Sunday will be the eliminations quick 8. Open comp. Gassers and mean streets. Flatheads. Boy, if you've never seen a flathead run back in the old days, those were the motors they have, even on drag racing or dirt track or asphalt. Those old flathead V8s, man, they were great. And with 6 cylinders on Sunday. So a big weekend of racing at Eagle Fields there in Fresno, California. So you get a chance to make it down there, catch on what's going on down there. So want to make sure I got that in before we go any other on. So let me see here. Got a couple of people on here. Jacob, what's up? Jacob Diaz up there in Portola, California. Billy Griffin. Hey. Oh, thank you, Billy. Yeah, it's still hitting me pretty hard about my brother, but thank you, Billy Griffin there. Long time friend in racing. Jacob Diaz, another youngster. I saw him starting out in the 500 class in go-karts and just moved right on up to, he's in the street stocks now. Just picked up a main event a couple of weeks ago there at Rattlesnake Raceway in the Friday night program. This is cousin. Hey, Raul, how you doing? My cousin down there in San Diego. I am going to see you this Saturday. I'll be there, Raul. along with the rest of the family. Your brother going to be there too. I think everybody's going to be down there. And I'll be leaving Friday and then Monday, staying at Bobby's house there in Carlsbad on Friday and Saturday night. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and being with the celebration. Ron Christofoli, how you doing, buddy? We need to get you on here one of these times there, Ron. Talk about what's happening there in California and everything you're doing down there for racing down there. All right, we got some people on here, so let's get started here. Let's see, what can we start off? Let's go to racing in Nevada here in Fallon area, Winnemucca, Lovelock. They'll be racing this Saturday at Lovelock Speedway, but again, I'll be missing Friday and Saturday because I'll be in Carlsbad, California over the weekend there, so I did apologize to everybody there. They understand, and I'm sure they could find somebody to fill in there. Even if they just give the numbers, no names to the cars, that'd be okay. But they're racing Friday and Saturday there. Go to their Facebook page and you get all the information from there as well. But I'll cover some more of the racing going on there in a little bit. I'll save this next part for the end, which I'll cover anyhow. We're going to cover it. But Winnemucca Regional Raceway tried to get theirs in. Friday got rained out. Saturday, I'm not sure because I can't find no listings on finishes from Friday night. And I messaged them and never got nothing back from them. So hopefully they got their race in on Saturday for their opening weekend down there. Okay, let's see. What's up, buddy Joe? How you doing, Wasbis? Hey, you're looking good in that modified, buddy. Doing good, man. Ron Christofelli, Facebook. See you in a week. All right. Hey, Facebook users, do me a favor. If you can go to my page on Facebook, Davey's Munoz page, whatever, or American Racing page, you're going to see in blue lettering that I'm live. Click that blue lettering on, and that way you'll come up on my Facebook page or the program here on the comment section with your name on there instead of saying Facebook. Okay. Ryan, I won't be there this weekend. I'll be in Carlsbad, California for Saturday for my brother's celebration of life. I lost him about a month ago. God, I hate cancer. Even though I've gone through it 4 times, I still hate cancer. Mark Gardner, what's up, buddy? Looking good. Thank you, sir. Even though, wait a minute. Now I can see everybody. Got to wear these for close-up. A lot of you may or may not know that I had my eyes operated, so I don't have to wear glasses anymore, but I still have to wear reading glasses because I opt for long distance, not short distance. Now, thank you, Ryan. Okay, let's get on here. Tracks in California. Let's see. Let me make sure I got the right ones here. Yeah, I do. Okay, they're all in order this time. Let's start out at Thunderbolt Raceway. They were there. Oh, that was April 14th. How'd that get in there? That's April 14th. April 14th. Let's get the right ones going here. What the heck? Oh, you know what? I was wondering why I had so many papers here. We already covered these guys. Okay, there we go. Well, you know what? They were, I know what it was. Okay, that was my fault. All right, let's start up at Diamond Mountain Speedway. They ran what was that, Saturday race only? Let's see. Yeah, a Saturday night race. I got to slow down here. On Saturday, May 6th, at IMCA Modifieds. They had 22 modifieds starting the main event. Chris Lewis picking up the main event. Kevin Kinnamore was second. Chris Neiman third. Zach Cahill here out of Fallon was fourth. And Wade Kinnamore was fifth. Jump over to IMC Northern Sport Mods. They had 9 cars in the main event. Bryson Cimarral picking up the main event. Tyler Rogers second. Third was Jace Wright. Fourth, Colton Chu. And fifth, Lyndon Philpott. Mini stocks, they had only 5 in the main event this time. Nick Brauscher picking up the main event. Ryan Stevenson was second. Third, Addison Humphrey. Way to go, Addison. Fourth, Anthony Hovland. And fifth, Angelo Rallo. Straight stocks, 10 cars in the main event. Don Dieter picking up that main event. Doug Weeks, second. Third, Shayna Neiman. Fourth, well, since we stopped at Shayna Neiman, and we didn't get to cover it last week with Rattlesnake Raceway, but Crazy Kate Robinson, her daughter, picked up her first main event in the IMCA Modifieds at Rattlesnake Raceway. And I'm going to tell you, the drivers behind her, they were top-notch drivers behind her. But I believe she led the whole thing. I can't remember, but she looked fantastic. Her driving skills, the car was set up just right for everything for that first main event win for Crazy Kate. So that was awesome. All right, fourth was Mickey Boucher. Fifth was Phil Spencer. In the IMCA stock cars with 10 cars in the main was Jeffrey Hudson. Second was Jeff Oshufka. Third, Craig Neiman. Fourth, Rusty McMillan. And then Jacob Diaz. Okay, go from there. All right, let's get on down the road to Antioch Speedway. They're in Antioch, California on Saturday night. 10 dwarf cars in the 20-lap main event. Chance Russell picking up the main. Second was Devin Kenneman. Third was Travis Day. Fourth, Tom Van Tooley, I think it is. T-U-Y. I or an L. I can't type it out now. Something went wrong. Joe Lulek was fifth. Hobby Stocks had 18 cars there. Grayson Baca was the winner. Kevin Brown second. George Silva was third. Michael Taylor fourth. And then Ken Johns was fifth. Super Stocks with 5 cars in the 20-lap main event. 5 cars, 20 laps. All right. My good buddy, Mike Learn, picked up the main event with 5 starts this year for Mike and 3 wins so far in the early season with Mike and in the racing season. Again, 5 starts with 3 wins. Way to go, Mike. Chad Hammer was second. Randy Miramontes was third. Jeff Freethy was fourth. And Joey Ridgway was fifth. Wingless sprints. They had 14 cars. Good car count for the wingless there. 25-lap main event. Sean Arriaga picking up the main event. Long-time friends in that family with them. And also was fast qualifier. Jarrett Soares was second. Dylan Newberry was third. James East was fourth. Fifth was Kevin Box. Many stocks. They only had 5 cars. 20-lap main event. This guy probably on the track later on. Tom Davis picking up the main event. Dana Gardner was second. Third, Tom Brown. Fourth, Tyler Applebaum was fifth. Eddie Humphrey the third. Okay, from Antioch, let's go on a Friday night. I should have did that one first. At Ocean Speedway. Ocean Sprints presented by Taco Bravo. They had 15 sprints in the 30-lap main event. They always get a good car count there at Ocean for their sprint car races. Dominic Gordon picking up the main event. Gage Garcia was second. Ricky Sanders third. And Bradley Dillard fourth. And our good friend, longtime friend in the Nelson family, his dad back there as well racing. Kurt Nelson. Fast qualifier was Caden Steele. I don't think he made the main event. Okay, IMCA Spark Mods with 9 cars in the main event. Casey Keller picking up that main event. Second, Randy Miller. Third, Trevor Clemens. Fourth, Chuck Golden. Fifth, good friend, Adrian Frost. Hobby Stocks only has 6 cars, 20-lap main event. God, I remember he used to have 18 to 20 cars in that main event there all the time. Joe Geller picking up another main event win. DJ Kelton, another longtime name there at Ocean. Jerry Skelton, third. Dakota Kelton, fourth. And Dan Fraser was fifth. 4 bangers with 12 cars. At least we had a bigger car count. 15-lap main event. Jason Lazzarini picking up the main event. Kenny Strogolanos was second. Third, Kate Beardsley. Fourth, Bill Beardsley, keep it in the family. And then fifth was Ken Keegan. Again, that was Ocean Speedway. So, how are you? You haven't been on here for quite some time. How you doing, sweetie? All right, let's go to, didn't we just get, cool. Well, that covers the normal racing that was going on in California. That's probably about it. A lot of other tracks did get some rainouts or weren't even racing that weekend. So, like I was talking earlier, they did have the California Clash going on in California. It's supposed to be 5 races, but they only got 4 races in. Merced was supposed to be the opener. Or no, Antioch, then Merced. They got rained out. All the rest of the tracks got the races in, but tough break for Merced. I had a photo up there, and I forgot to download it, of the track and how wet it was, but it was wet. So they started out at Antioch. So we'll go to Antioch first for night number 1 with the clash. IMCA Modified, Troy Morris, the second, picking up the main event. Troy Fogler was second. Third was Jim Pettit, the second. Fourth, Clark Giuliani was fourth. And then fifth was Bobby Hogue. Northern Smart Mods, Tyler Bannister, picking up the main event. Kenny Schrader, no, not the big Kenny Schrader, another Kenny Schrader, was second. Jason Ryan was third. Trevor Clements was fourth. And Aaron Farrell was fifth. IMCA Stock Cars, Jerry Flippo, Troy Folger, Rick Diaz, Fred Riley, and then Anthony Stanley again. Merced was rained out for the next night. So on Friday, they moved up to King Speedway, powered by Keller Auto Center. To get comfortable here. Okay, let's go with the IMCAs. Had 20 cars in the 25-lap main event. Troy Folger was first. Jim Pettit was second. Larry Weiss third. Bobby Hogue was fourth. And Dalton Houghton was fifth. IMCA Sport Mods, 15 cars in the 25-lap main event. Tyler Bannister. Look, typo, second place. Didn't get in. I'll get that in a little bit, though. But Austin in third. Austin Manzanilla was third. Kenny Schrader fourth. Jason Ryan Jr. was fifth. And sixth, Richard Ragsdale. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'll check it. All right, IMCA Stocks. Jerry Flippo, Troy Folger, and then Paul Stone. Those top 3 guys, that one might have been a good race to see right there. And again, typo, they didn't finish the other top 5. Sorry about that. Okay, from Friday night, they'll move to a Thunderbolt Raceway there in Tulare, California on Saturday. IMCA Stock Cars with 20 cars in the 25-lap main event. So Jerry Flippo, there you go again. Picking up the main event. Troy Folger was second. Steve Johnson third. Travis Dutra was fourth. And then our good friend Rick Diaz was fifth. That's Stock Cars. I'm sorry. IMCA Modifieds. Timothy Alderings was picking up the main. Trevor Fitz was second. Troy Morris the third. Troy Morris the third was third. Let's put it that way. Troy Folger and then Gavin Manning with the modifieds. IMC Sports Mods. Tyler Bannister. Let's see. I think he was doing double duty. I'm not sure. Pick up the main. K.O. Kanky. Oh, wow. There's a good name in racing right there. Jason Ryan Jr. was third. Richard Ragsdale fourth. And Austin Manzanelli was fifth. All right. That was Saturday night. Sunday afternoon, they traveled 2 hours down the road to Bakersfield, California, Bakersfield Speedway. With the IMCA Northern Sport Mods, 20 cars in the 25-lap main event. Tyler Bannister. Austin Manzanelli was second. Brock Crawford was third. Kenny Schrader. Kenny Schrader had a pretty good week there. Was fourth. And Kyle Kanky was fifth. IMCA Modified, 20 cars in the 25-lap main event. Rob Sanders. Finally getting one there, Rob. Good job picking up the main event. Cody Burke was second. Ryan Davies was third. Fourth, Gavin Manning. Fifth with Brian Clark. With the IMCA Stock, Troy Folger, Jerry Flippo, Roger Holder, and Travis Duarte, and then Rick Diaz. Overall, I should say, good racing at all the track from what I picked up on and some of the emails that were sent to me. Oh, okay. Let's see. Over 66 drivers did enter for the California Speed Week there. Oh, wait. This is something else. Oh, this is coming up in Stockton. This is for the 600 non-wing go-karts or midget, not wings. Oh God, I can't even talk today. I think I'll cover that later because it don't start until June 30th. We'll cover that one later. All right, let's get over to some of the tracks that are racing this week, and hopefully they can get in. We'll start out at Diamond Mountain Speedway on May 19th and 20th, not this weekend, the following weekend. They're back to their 2-day racing events there at Diamond Mountain Speedway there in Susanville, California. Let's see, Friday night, it's a kids win a bike night. Saturday, sponsored by Richie's Plumbing. Saturday again, kids win a bike night as well, sponsored by Richard Plumbing again. Again, that's May 19th and the 20th. They'll be running their normal points cars there that weekend. All right, let's go over to Placerville Speedway. Saturday, May 6th. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gone. Well, May 20th is their next race. Wing 360 sprint cars, limited late models, pure stocks, Hunt Magneto's Wingless Tour will be there, and John Pageant Kids Bike Night, presented by the Pizza Factory there at Placerville Speedway. Okay, who's next? Marysville, May 20th. Point race number 9. I think they had rain out, so it'll be point race number 8, I think, but that's what it said. Sprint cars, great sprints, and dwarf cars. That's May the 20th. Silver Dollar. Their next race is May the 28th. It'll be a fair race with the 410 wing sprint cars and hobby stocks. Petaluma Speedway, May 13th, this Saturday. Wingless sprints, Western midgets, modifieds, and mini stocks. Kings Auto Speedway. Let's see, May 12th and 13th. You people there in the Central Valley or any place in California, that is the place to be this weekend at Keller Auto Speedway in Hanford, California. It's the Peter Murphy Classic. Night number 1 will be Friday night. Night number 2 the following day on Saturday. Friday will be the NARC 410 sprint cars and the Western Race Receiver 305 class. Saturday night Sprint Car Challenge Tour will be there. NARC 410s again, and the SCCT 360s will be there for the Peter Murphy Classic. I'm not laughing about it. It's just a good weekend to be there. Of course, Peter Murphy is the track promoter there. So, but they're having a Peter Murphy Classic night. And if you know anything about Peter Murphy and his racing, yeah, he deserves it. All right, Thunderbolt Speedway. Their next race is in May the 20th, the following weekend, not this weekend, the following weekend for the Chris and Brian Pereira Memorial Race. Always a good race to go see there with those two, Chris and Brian Memorial. USAC CRA Wingless 410s will be there, and the Kings of Thunder 360 sprint cars will be there. And if you've never seen the USAC CRA race, I highly recommend it to go watch them. They're non-wing 410 sprint cars. Good racing they put on there. I just like the way they go into the tracks or the turn sideways, and I mean pitch that rear end first. All right, let's go to Bakersfield Speedway. Their races this weekend with the hobby stocks, American stocks, mod lights, mini stocks, and the hard tops, and NMRA cars will be there as well. Again, that's at Bakersfield Speedway this weekend. Let's go to the asphalt in California, coming up here at All American Speedway in Roseville, California. On Saturday, the NASCAR Armed Forces Night. That's what I got on here right now. Wild West Super Series late model pros will be there. Late models, modifieds, super stocks, F4s, junior late models, and the Legends will be there as well again this Saturday at All American Speedway there in Roseville, California. All right, let's go to Madera Speedway, my old track there. This Saturday is club race number 2 with the NCMA sprint cars. Madera late models, Madera super stocks, and mini stocks will be there, as well as the MSTs and the sedans at Madera Speedway. It's something I wrote on this other page there. I can't say what it looks like. Okay. Rattlesnake Raceway. Our next race will be May the 26th and the 27th with our normal point race cars will be there. Again, that's May the 26th and the 27th. All right. And Winnemucca Regional, I guess they got rained out on opening night there, the 5th and the 6th. but they'll be back on June the 9th and the 10th for the High Desert Classic. Hope they're getting a lot of cars for that one. They're at Winnemucca Regional. And then at Battle Mountain Speedway, their race opening May the 19th and the 20th at Battle Mountain Raceway. And then Summit Raceway opening weekend this weekend on Friday and Saturday. So if you get a chance, make your way up to Summit Raceway for their opening weekend up there at Summit there in Elko, Nevada. And Lovelock Speedway again this Friday and Saturday with round number 2 there. And again, I won't be able to make it there. But that about covers everything that we need to cover again on this other race. I'm going to be covering for the non-wing classes, 600 classes and all through there. I'll cover that later because it's not until June. So, but you can go on the website or any website that they carry for them and check it out. And maybe you want to get into it. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. I haven't done this for a while. Let's go to NASCAR. I kind of watched part of it. I watched the beginning and the end is what I usually watch on NASCARs. If I watch the whole thing, I'll fall asleep. But they were at Kansas Speedway. Of course, Denny Hamlin picked up the main event, the win. That's over Sunday. Let's put it that way. I don't know about NASCAR. I just don't like some of the ways they do things or how some of these drivers pick up the win. I mean, if you were watching it Sunday, I was upset. I was hoping Kyle Larson was going to get it, but he didn't. He still finished second. Last lap, little bumper tag, let's put it that way. Got Denny Hamlin by Kyle Larson for the win. Again, Kyle Larson finishing second. It put Kyle Larson kind of in a little bind there. He got his car a little bit, but he still held on to come in second. William Bryan was third. Everybody's favorite driver, Bubba Wallace, was fourth. Ross Chastain was fifth. Joey Logano was sixth. But again, you can go to all the websites and finish the rest of the field the way they had finished. But again, Denny Hamlin picking up his first win in quite a while. World of Outlaws. What did that one come up? Let's go to this one here. That's not what it was. Okay, results. Let's go to, we'll go May 5th first with the World of Outlaws. May 5th, come on. Wake up. Maybe it won't wake up. Well, the finishes are not coming up. My computer's being dumb. Oh, here we go. Okay. That was May 6th race. Well, okay, we'll go on Saturday night at Eldora Speedway there in Roseburg, Ohio. California, Rico Abreu picking up the main event. Danny Schultz was second. David Gravel was third. Brian Brown was fourth. And Justin Peak was fifth. And again, you can go to the World of Outlaws, pick up the rest of the, finishes there. See if I can go back to Friday night here. Yeah, it's not. Oh, there we go. No, it's not going to let me go. Maybe I can get Friday night's race in now. World of Outlaws. Nope. No, it won't let me back. May 12th. That's this weekend. Oh, God. Let's go. Maybe this one will. Okay, here we go. For Friday night, let's see if I can get in. Having problems with one of my computers here. Oh, well, let's skip it. Let's go over to some drag racing here at Top Gun Drag Strip. Our opening weekend was this weekend we just had. Friday afternoon, we were supposed to have our test and tune for all the guys. Quite a few cars showed up for test and tune on Friday. But we got about 4 or 5 cars into it, and some of their ET timing there. Some guys were faster, some guys were quicker. It should have been the other way around. But anyhow, it ended up the system not working on our timing lights and through the computers and everything. So we had to cancel Friday. Saturday morning, came back. We couldn't get it fixed. We tried. So we had to cancel our opening weekend for round number 1 with our Summit ET and Junior Drag Racing. But we'll be back at the end of the month on the 20th for make that our opening night. But again, we had to cancel out over the weekend. Okay, a couple of more races coming up here in May with us. Like I said, we'll be back Friday, May the 19th. It'll be our first $5 night. What that means, all spectators can get in for $5. But if you make it an extra $15, what you're going to be able to do, your own personal car, truck, motorcycle, you can drag race it for $20 all night long, just like your normal racing. We'll set it up. You want to race against your wife, your friends, whatever, we can do that. And after each run, you will get a little sheet that says how fast you went, what your ET was, what your reaction time, everything you get for there. So that's Friday, our first $5 night. We had quite a few cars out there on our Friday $5 garage night racing. So then we'll come back on Saturday, May the 20th for supposed to be round number 3 for our AT brackets point race, and then Sunday as well. Racing will start at 9 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. Friday night for our $5 night, we'll race at 6 p.m. Supposed to go to 11. Sometimes we're there until 12, but it's scheduled until 11 o'clock. And then we'll come back in June. This is our big one. You don't want to miss this one. Probably almost 450 trailers in the pits there at Top Gun Drag Raceway. It's our NHRA National Open Series on June the 9th through the 11th. Friday, we'll have test and tune on Friday, Saturday. NHRA cars, a JDR Summit Racing ET Series, and our point race. Sunday, same cars, same thing. Racing should start at 9 a.m. And sometimes on that Saturday race, we can start at 9 a.m. Won't get done to about 7 o'clock that night. Yeah, that's just how much racing is going on, and you don't want to miss that on that June 9th through the 11th for our NHRA National Open. Let's see. Okay, we covered that one. That's good. Let's go there. We covered everything else I wanted to cover, except for that following day with NASCAR. So, but that's okay. Rusty McMillan, my boss there at Rattlesnake Raceway. How you doing? I just saw your name pop up there. Oh, you just put it up there about a minute ago. Scott House, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, Scott? And Galen Reese. We'll see you in a couple of weekends there, Galen. They're in Lovelock for the big, and I mean big, car show they put on there. Small town, but a big car show. I'll be having more of that, and I'll put the poster up probably next week. Yeah, I should put it up next week and the following week because we're going to go. In fact, you know what, Galen? We should go live there. I think I'll bring my equipment, and we're going to go live on Saturday there for the car show. I'll bring all my equipment. We'll do that. But, yeah, can't wait for that weekend to come up. Again, I'll give you all the info on that car show. And like I said, it's a small town there in Lovelock, Nevada, but it's a big car count. And I mean big. All right, right now we're going to bring my good buddy, your good friend too, Dan McGee, on here. Let me put him up. There he is. Dan, you awake, buddy? I think he's asleep or the computer froze on him. Let's see. I think the computer froze. Uh-oh. All right, meanwhile, okay, let's go live. Should be fun. Yes, it will be, Galen. Scott Holloway, and Dan Hatfield. Say hello. Hey, Dan from Nevada. I just got some disappointing news. I've been telling everybody if you want to buy a racetrack, Farop Speedway was for sale. Somebody bought it. And I got to really check up on this. But somebody told me they're going to asphalt it for drift cars. No, I don't want to hear that. Nothing wrong with drift cars, but I like that track as a dirt track. But we're going to check it. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Give me a couple seconds here, Dan.
Okay, I'm here.
It was up there, your computer froze or something, or I froze it. Lori Bower Sox, how you doing, sweetie? Hope all is well. Yes, everything's doing good. Miss you. You missed you and the family and the kids. Scott Holloway, correct. Okay. Oh, it is. So it is going to asphalt, and they are doing the pull the e-brake, all that other junk. Oh, well. Guess that speedway goodbye. If anything else, they could turn it into a circle track, asphalt track. Dan, how you doing, buddy?
We're doing okay, Davey. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. Yeah. I was just reading out there like that. So, well, it's good to have you on here. In fact, it's always good to have you on here. You do a lot of covering. So, what do you got new for us in the world of motorcycles?
Well, we got several that are going on over at Riverfront Friday and Saturday. Over the Hill Gang is having one of their national races. And at 95A, the motocross track in Fernley, Saturday is for women, the younger riders, 85, 65, and 50, the peewees. So they get the track to themselves, and they're going to have practice sessions. So that's good because the Sunday's going to be normal practice, and the following week, the old timers come back with the next round for Battleborn motocross. And then, of course, as you mentioned, and then Moran, I think it's Blue Wing Flat. You don't go all the way to Winnemucca, but you turn north and you go by, I imagine the reservoir is going to be somewhat fuller than last time. And you go up there and they're racing. The kids and the ones that do the short track will race Saturday. Then the big bikes are going to start on Sunday. Then, of course, we've got oval track. Let's see, Lovelock's going to go, of course. And the track out there at Elko, they're going to go. And then down in the big, probably the biggest race as far as cars go, will be at Quincy. And that it's a Dwarf Car National, and they're going to have practice tomorrow, Thursday. Then they start running heat races on Friday night. And two, I think IMC Modifieds and another one are going to be there Friday night. And they run all the heats, and then that sets everything up for Sunday. And then Sunday, they go with the remaining races, and there's the pros, the sportsmen, and then they've got a different novice or something like that. But it's quite a show, I'll tell you. And those little cars are almost as fast as the IMCA Modifieds. And it's always a big deal down there in Quincy. So it should be good racing, and we're going to have good weather, too.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to, well, even here over the weekend, it's supposed to be up maybe around the 80s this weekend someplace.
Yeah, went out for my walk, and for the first time since, I don't know, last summer, actually switched over to a pair of shorts.
I got them on right now. That's how kind of warm it is outside, too. So I got mine on, too.
Oh, I know it's going to be, and so we'll see what's coming. But I know that's going to accelerate the melt off up in the mountains. So it could be an interesting next few weeks if it stays hot.
Yeah. Well, I hope we get the weather now that we're supposed to have this time of year. But the only sad thing about that warm weather is the snow up top. It's going to start melting. Here we go.
Yeah, and the last couple feet of it is solid ice. So it may be melting through the summer.
Well, Tahoe over the weekend got another 2 inches.
Yeah, I know. So, and I remember when I first got here, I had a white Easter, a white Mother's Day, a white Father's Day. So I'm waiting to see what's coming.
No more. I'm done. I'm tired of it, especially with the floods coming in there. We're going to get hit. We're going to get hit. There's no doubt about it here in Pelham with the floods and whoever else is going to get hit. But, oh, God, it's going to be bad.
Well,
they're building another lake, a holdover lake to help out, but I don't think that's going to help either.
Well, it's like
when I was there over the weekend at Top Gun, before you make the right turn to go into the dirt road to get to the track, the portion up there, they built that other lake for flooding. It's completely full right now.
Yep, and there's a lot more to go. So the wetlands out there east of town, they're going to be really overflowing.
Well, there's going to be water out there. It's never seen water in some of the areas out there. They're going to get it. So
at least since Lake Lahontan was around.
Oh, I wish we could go up and down. I want to go fishing.
Oh, the fish are probably loving it.
I was sitting in my boat yesterday, just sitting in it.
Well,
Oh
Pyramid
well.
Lake's going to go up too. I mean, the Truckee is flowing right now.
Well, if we get all this flooding up and down on the lakes and everything, I mean, the fish, it drives them crazy. They don't know what to do. You know, it just reacts really bad on fish. They
Yeah.
go from muddy water to semi-muddy to kind of clear water, then back. It just says, oh,
Yep.
and then drop in the lake, higher lake, lower lake. Like I said, it drives them crazy.
I don't think you'll have trouble getting down that ramp at Lahadin.
That's
Not
the
for a
bad thing.
while.
I could put the boat in the water, but I don't like doing it by myself without a ramp.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
really tough.
I got a feeling pretty soon that ramp will be right in the lake again.
Well, they had scheduled for another bass tournament this month, but we'll see what, or in June. Yeah, in June. See what happens that one because they had to cancel it last month because of low water. So, but we'll see what happens. And hopefully, I don't have nothing to do that weekend, so I can get in that bass tournament
Well,
and be a show off.
oh, by the way, I need. It's not racing, but anybody, if you're going through Reno on Saturday or Sunday, do not go from I-80 to 580 south. It will be one lane when you first get started. It is going to be one unholy mess. Find an alternate route to go around that area. Going north won't be a problem, but they're working on the southbound lanes, and the big thing is going to be this weekend. So if you got to go through there, like I said, get off and take Ketski or something to get around it.
I'm going through Carson City to get the 395 to get to California.
Oh, that's
I was
right.
supposed
Yeah,
to stop off in Reno, do something, but I said, nope, I canceled that out.
you're not going to go down 50 to Carson and then catch it there?
Yeah, 395 all the way down.
Yeah.
Catch the back part of California there.
Yep.
See the good scenery back there.
Yeah, and you'll get to see how much snow, and which, by the way, they have so much snow and ice in Mammoth, and they have this annual motocross event. They have shifted the date back, I think, to late August or something like that. They've shifted that date back because, going through snow and ice isn't the best thing when you're trying to race through it.
I went back east to pick up some friends of mine and bring them back to California to do some flat track racing. We stopped this during the winter, and I tried to ice race flat track one time. This is the old days. We used to have spikes coming out of the tire about that long. Yep. And I mean spikes on the rear. Yep. So it catch traction. Man, if you fell down, you better get off that track real quick because that's a buzzsaw coming at you.
Well, speaking of that, I haven't checked their thing, but I think this Friday or next Friday, Fast Fridays, which is speedway racing, is going to start in Auburn.
Auburn, yeah. I want to take a trip up there. I love speedway racing. I love that.
Let me know. We can maybe carpool over there and do that.
Because I haven't seen that since we had it at Baylands on Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday night, I think it was Speedway. We used to get quite a few bikes on Tuesday night at Baylands there in Fremont, California.
Oh, yeah.
So I haven't been able a chance to see any of that since then. And that was back in 88 and 89 before we closed down.
Well, apparently they get a pretty good turnout. And then, of course.
We did get a good, even, was it Placerville? They get good turnout over there.
Well, Auburn's the one.
Auburn, yeah.
And then, of course, we're going to have, toward the end of August, we're going to have that flat track racing in Carson. And the nice thing is Friday is a charity, and they raise money and they give it to, it's either one of the firefighter groups or the police, one or the other. That's what that money's slated for.
Oh, that's good. Well, I might as well put this out right now. Ron Christopher, yeah, Bayland. Seaway. Yeah, it was lots of fun back there. And I still can't remember her name, doggone it. I've known her for years. Good scorekeeper.
Yep.
She's going to talk to some of the announcers there. They want me to come up there and help announce out. So I told them, let's find out. Yeah. So hopefully I can get that with them there, and you'll be there as well, too. So
wait till you see their flagman. He is a show in himself.
You know what?
Him a couple of years ago. It's incredible to watch that guy.
I've always said, I don't care what racetrack it is. If you got a flagman up there, I don't care if he shakes his butt. Be colorful on that flag stand. Just don't stand there and do that. Be colorful.
As I saw him 2 years ago, he said, "I want to make sure no matter where you finish in the race, it's almost like you're in the lead." And he does. I mean, he's a show in himself.
Back in the old days, Bouncing Bob was a great starter for motorcycle races, flat tracks. He probably weighed close a little over 200 pounds, but he would do somersaults.
Oh,
as they come out of turn 4 for the motorcycle flat, especially at the fairgrounds there in San Jose. And then he would wave his flag. That guy was awesome. We don't have starters like that anymore.
Well, like I said, they've got this one guy, and the thing is, and I think finally the tracks are finally getting to it. You're actually entertainment.
It's like that's part of the show right there.
You're a cabaret show on dirt, and the Macmillan, out there, and then the group up at Susanville and everything. The way they're starting to run it, that's the way it is. They don't, and they run the show. And the trick is what I've found, and it's been my observation. You want to be done before 10 o'clock. The reason is once you hit 10 o'clock, the families start leaving, and then you deprive the kids of seeing their heroes in their mains. So you want to get it done by then, and they'll go home, and But it's and having been in entertainment as a tech for so long, to me it's just glaring to me, And sometimes adding more classes is the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, sometimes they'll put it, if you have 4 cars or more, we'll put you in the show, but sometimes only 4 cars show up.
Yep.
So
well, I've seen they had a demolition derby at Rattlesnake one time, and it basically came down to 2 cars and then bang into each other, run down the interstate, bang into each. I mean, those 2 guys put on one heck of a show, and finally they were both front wheel drive. One of the U joints broke.
Finally.
But other than that, I mean, the crowd was going crazy, and they'd chase each other back and forth, and then start running into each other at the end of the straight.
Well, with 2 cars, that's where your announcer comes in. He's got to play that up big time. I know it's boring with 2 cars, but he's got to play that big time. Like there's 15 cars in there still.
Yep. And now announcer's part of the show.
Yeah.
It all comes together.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
So yeah.
You got anything else, Dan?
Nothing. I'm in some ways I'm still recovering from the Virginia City Grand Prix. That's 2 days, and then I had so much to plow through to get it. Did the opening? They finally got the opening of the go-karts going Sunday. They had to cancel their first one, and they're actually going to have a test and tune session at Desert Park Raceway next Saturday and Sunday, but they still had a pretty good turnout. So that's growing. I mean, all the racing, and then I'm looking forward. I'm going to try and make one of the days when Rattlesnake or then Top Gun gets going again. I have to see what happens on that. But for me, of course, the big race this weekend is going to be that Dwarf Car National, and that brings in dwarf cars from all over California and from the West. Yeah. So that's always a big deal.
Yeah.
And then
down there in the part of Nevada, they'll come down there in the southern Nevada, part of Arizona, they show up too as well. That association down there, and hopefully some of the Southern California associations will come up north.
Yep. Well, it's this whole Western. They had just had another national, I think in Arizona or someplace like that, and some of the guys here went down there. And but I mean, and the beautiful thing is, unlike most of the tracks around here, Quincy is in the woods, literally. I mean, Diamond Mountain is nice, but Quincy really is in the woods. So it's a whole different kind of atmosphere down there.
I just lost what I was going to tell you. It was going to be funny too. Doggone it. That's called getting old, I guess.
The flanges on the wheels where your train of thought were out and it derails easier. That's why I make up a list every morning of what I got to do.
Okay, I got to do a quick commercial here real quick.
Okay.
Rattlesnake Raceway. We picked up a new sponsor out there. Well, out there one couple, 3-4 weeks ago before we opened up. And a guy came up to me. His name's Dave. God, I hope I get his last name right. Gene Back is the owner of LT Automotive, Complete Auto Service Center there in Reno. He donated or purchased for Rattlesnake new wireless system. So I went online, found him one, and then he ordered it. And I want to thank him for giving it to Rattlesnake Raceway for we can use it out there, which they highly need. The one they had out there, somebody left the batteries in them, and you know what that'll do to a microphone during the winter and everything. It just destroyed them. So I would have used mine for backup, but since he donated, again, I want to thank Dave from LT Automotive. So if you get a chance there in Reno, need some car repairs, call Dave at 775-828-7373. And what I need to do is start working on a video so I could put some commercials up. I found a site where I can do some overlays and everything else. So, and voice dubbing. But again, Dave, we want to thank you. Okay, there's my 30 seconds.
All right. Hey, well, you know that you got to get sponsors out.
Oh, yeah. And while we're at, I want to thank Louis Home Center and Kent's Lumberyard here in Fallon. They donated some sheetrock so we can finish the project up in the announce tower and scoring tower so we could fill it all in with the sheetrock. And from Louis Home Center, they gave us 10 sheets of plywood. We're going to put it up on the scoreboard up there, and we're going to put sponsors up there now. Oh, so I want to thank them for donating it too as well. So,
you know where that scoreboard came from?
I remember, but I can't remember.
It's the old track in Carson.
That's it, Carson.
I'm always sorry they never could get it going again because I think you'd have to have somebody operate it. But I think it would be a really good thing because you know the top 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But maybe later.
That was a good track. Good track. Okay, one more time here. Larry Herrenbrook. Oh, hi. Larry, I could never say your name. I didn't even know you were at Rattlesnake that night, the open weekend. You should have come up and said hi or something, Larry. You probably did, but I was just, when I get focused on things, I forget who I'm talking to sometimes. But yeah, let me know if you go back out there, Larry, at Rattlesnake Raceway. Laurie, okay. Laurie, text me later if you get a chance, if you're still on there, or I'll text you later, see what's going on there and what happened. All right. Anybody else? Ron, yeah. Lots of fun. Yes, it was. That's about it. Well, we're coming up on 6:52, and that's probably what all I've got. Yep. You got anything more, Dan?
Nope. It's all same here.
Cool. I want to go until 7, or maybe a little after 7. If anybody out there is still online here listening in, if you want to call in, you can call in if you want. Let me get that set up. Yeah. Talk about your track coming up, having some races, or if you got new sponsors.
Which, by the way, my preview article is going to be posted tonight.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yep, Nevada Racing News, but it's NV Racing News.
Okay, hang on. I got to go get my cell phone. I thought I brought it in here.
Hang on. Am I still on?
Yeah, you're still on.
Okay, well, I'm still on. Well, anyway, folks, every Wednesday night, so you'll have it Thursday, I've got a preview article, and I go over not just the racing, but also the car meets. If you're in Fallon, you know, I think next week, Fallon Cars and Coffee, we've got a couple of Cars and Coffee groups that are meeting here in the Reno area. The car culture has absolutely exploded in this area. And it's not just certain years like Hot August Nights, it's everything. And we get from vans to exotics, and you'll have like a Lamborghini parked to a 1960s Chevrolet truck. Anyway, so if you want to come see some cars, come on out. Like I said, I'll have the preview article posted tonight and have everything listed. Well, almost everything listed there. And then if any of you want to call in and talk to Davey here.
Yeah, you can call in. There's the number to call me at 775-350-0117. We'll talk about your track, whatever you want.
Yep. I'm going to
hang on here. That private message, Dan McGee. Okay, yeah, I got that time in mind. I mentioned that for Saturday.
Yep. I'm actually going to step out here because I got to fix dinner.
I had a little before. Sometimes right after the program, I'll go out and get me a quick hamburger, but I'm getting tired of eating hamburgers, so I had something before, and I'll just have a little snack or
I
something
know.
afterwards.
I know, but I got all the information. I got to put it together in this article and everything. So we'll look forward to seeing you, and you have a safe trip down to
Well, thank you,
Carlsbad,
Dan.
Matt. Okay, and
Thank you.
sorry for the reason, but
Yeah, thank
focus
you.
on all the good times you and your brother had.
Yeah, it'll be good. All the relatives will be there down there because all of them right there in the San Diego area, anyhow. So, all right, Dan, thanks for coming on. We'll see you whenever I see each other.
Yep, my pleasure. Maybe next week. You take care.
All right, take care, Dan. Thanks a lot. Again, if you want to call in, there's the number. You want to talk about anything you want to talk about. I don't care if it's baseball. We don't talk about football here or basketball anywhere because I don't watch those things anymore. But baseball, yeah, I still love my baseball. Steve Osborne, how you doing, buddy, there in California? Good to see you on there. Hey, Steve, why don't you give me a call? Let's talk about your son. Give me a call, Steve. The number's right there to call, so I'm waiting for you. But again, if you want to call in, go ahead and call in. We can talk about anything you want to talk about, except for sex. We can't talk about that there. Let's see. Okay, if you need some information on any of the tracks you're going to go to this weekend, make sure you go to their website and make sure everything is turned on or everything is good to go. Why are you small here? Shouldn't be. I think I'm having problems with my other computer here. I hit buttons and it's doing the weird things. Oh, God. Funny thing is, I bought this computer about 2 years ago, and it's gone bad. And I called HP, even though the warranty ran. I should have kept a lifetime warranty, but I didn't. It would have cost me about almost $500 to repair it. So what I do? I buy a brand new $800, $900 laptops. That's what you're looking through, is a new laptop, which I needed anyhow. So, but that one there. So that gives me 4 laptops that I have now. There's another one over here, another one in my bag that I carry with me wherever I go. So I always carry 2 computers with me. So, all right, Steve, you're not going to call me? Okay, we won't talk about your son and his great racing career that he's having at a young age. So again, if anybody wants to, I don't care, call. Anybody, just say hi. Either that or everybody's off the program now. So but again, I hope to see everybody at the next race at Rattlesnake Raceway or next weekend at Top Gun Drag Strip here. Hopefully we can get our rounds in, which we should do. Our weather around here is looking really good. And the problem we have with our scoring, that's being taken care of right now. Scott, there's a number right there, 775-350-0117, and you can call me right there or call me from that number. I got you plugged in. We're all set to go. And as you can tell, I've been working on my equipment over here for my new compressor, my 31 graph equalizer, and a crossover. Crossovers for my subwoofer, and the rest all for the music, noise, and microphones. I've been working on trying to fine tune that. Joe, iPhone, Jai, getting ready for Love Lock. Joe, I wish I was there this weekend, buddy, but I won't be. Let's see. Got it. Hey, Gina Gonzalez, hang on, everybody. If anybody is interested in having a race car. Okay, Gina, I take it that's the one down there in Wadsworth. Not Wadsworth, but Hawthorne. Okay, from Gina Gonzalez. Is anyone interested in having their race car in the Armed Forces Day Parade? Contact Eddie Stedham. They're in Hawthorne. I bet you can go through Facebook and get a hold of me if you want to, or get a hold of me and I'll get a hold of Gina, and we can pass the information on as well. Clint Ford, how you doing, buddy? But again, anybody interested? Even though we have ours on, Same day at parade here in Fallon. But that's good. They always have a good parade down there in Hawthorne. Miss that little town, miss that track. Well, if you haven't heard, thank you, Gina, for reminding me as well. Hawthorne Speedway. We'll be throwing a green flag next year. They're working on the track right now, getting it all ready. Guardrails going around the track, home turns, everything. Grandstand, a new announce tower instead of having the open door announce tower. Yeah, so they'll be ready for that next year. Need some more information, get a hold of me or get a hold of Gina Gonzalez down there. And she can probably give you more information than I can because they're the ones that's putting it together. Okay, let's see. Scott, are you going to call? Phone number's right there, buddy. Yes, how do I call? But thank you, Gina. I had to thank Gina for that text to remind me there. Well, I guess, Scott, you're not going to call me, but that's okay. We'll get a hold of you later on, buddy. All right, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Livermore, California. I wonder who that can be. Hello, you're live on Davey's American Racing. Oop. Hello, you're live on Davey's American Racing. Who is this?
Scott Holloway. How's it going there, Dave?
Hey, Scott Holloway, the new famous race car driver. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, doing all right. We're up here in Pahrump.
You're in Pahrump? Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right. No, I'm thinking of somebody else. I was thinking about Scott Holloway. There you go.
Yeah,
No. Somebody else. No.
Used to make all the races down there and all that stuff in California when I was running the spec sprints and everything. It was way cool, dude.
Yeah, it's good to hear from you. It really is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's true down there. It's going to be an asphalt track down there?
Yeah, they're trying to do a drifting track down there. They were doing some stuff out there. Some guy bought it for a drifting track, and I don't know why Pahrump, Nevada didn't just step in here and say, hey, this thing's been here for 40 plus years and all that stuff, and we're going to keep this as an icon in our city and all that. Yep. I have no idea how that didn't come to place. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know.
Scott, money talks.
Yeah. And he was only asking, I think the guy bought it for like 900,000 or $1 million, and now they, so I have no idea. One guy was going to turn it into a dirt track and then I guess something to do with permitting and all that. And then he sold it to another guy, to do the drifting. So I don't know. It's a great icon here. I got my Cam Coupe here and all that stuff. I got a sport mod sitting in my driveway with a 602 crate motor in it. Everything. They were running micro sprints. They were running all kinds of stuff. Yeah. And, it was awesome little racetrack.
I loved it. Every time I announced there, it was a great track, great racing. Just a small town. There's good fans coming out. Fans were there every week.
Yeah, so it's a sad deal. I got to travel. Probably, I can go to Tonopah. That's 3 hours. I can go to all the way up to Fallon, up where you guys are. Well, I think that's like a 7-hour tour and tow. And then you go down to Mojave, and I think that's like 3 or 4 hours to go down to Laughlin and stuff like that. It's an overnight stay and everything. Bakersfield's 5 hours away. So it's really put a hardship in our community.
Yeah, it has. How far are you away from Paris?
Oh my God, Paris.
That might be the local one besides that in Arizona.
How about like 6 hours, probably?
6 hours?
Yeah. Because Pahrump is an hour and a half towing a trailer.
Yeah.
Towing a trailer, that's an hour and a half northwest of Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Because when I went down into Arizona, I bought my Mod Light. I think it was a 6-hour tow to go get my Mod Light down there about a few years back.
Yeah, every place is bad. And that's bad. Like I said, money talks, and it's how you talk to the people that he went for there in the city. That's how it's done.
Yeah, and it's a shame because it's a real shame. I mean, it's just like there's so many people that have race cars here and supported this track for so many years, and to be able to have them not be able to have a place to race, and a lot of the guys were low budget racers and stuff like that. And I mean, I went to Tonopah here a while back, and I mean, you're talking $800 round trip for gas, fuel, motel, and everything like that. I mean, $800 for to go race one night. That's a pretty good spank,
That is, especially for a lot of guys. And even guys got bucks. That's still a lot of money. I got to stop for 1 second. Your buddy Joe down there, he says, "Put your big boy pants on, Scott, and let's go to Lovelock."
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he just put that up right now.
That'd be nice.
Is your car ready to go?
I picked up a motor from my 602 crate for my mod light, or my modified, my B mod. I got it's sitting in the back of Dan's truck, and I got that from Trevor Klyman's in California.
Yeah, no, Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor, good guy. Carburetor, everything, fuel pump, clutch, in the whole 9 yards. And I got another modified that's sitting here. And so I'm dirt ready, but I have a little itch, NCMA, when I was running NCMA, we used to run that half mile at Altamont and go up to Lakeport and all that. And they got the bull ring here. And so I'm kind of itching a little bit, try a little bit of the bull ring modifieds out with my 602. That sounds kind of like fun. It's not too far from us,
Yeah.
An hour and a half tow with the car and stuff like that. And I'm kind of itching about that a little bit.
Hear that? Put it together for the asphalt there. Or is that the track you're talking about?
Yeah, the little bull ring.
Yeah, the bull ring asphalt track. Yeah.
But I can't hardly find anything on the website about it. They show a limited schedule, trying to get any information about that track. It's just kind of tough, and I'm going, it's just a little bit tough on that. And I would really be interested in finding a really nice roller. I could drop my 602 in to run Vegas. If anybody's out there got a nice price on a asphalt modified, I'd really kind of like that.
I'd like to see a lot of that stuff happening there at the bull ring there. I'm not sure if they're running a weekly show. I haven't been keeping up with them at all. But
I think it's every 2 weeks, and then they quit like in June.
Too hot.
June or July, they quit, and then they don't run until they run January through. They run 10 races.
Yeah.
They start in January.
Good track, though. It's a good track. I like it. Then they don't run that many trucks racing on the dirt track itself either. So maybe 2 or 3 races a year, and they're usually big races. That a lot of cars, no fans.
Yeah, I can't believe it. With everything around there, they don't run sprint cars there on bi-weekly basis and stuff like. It's just weird. I mean, it's just really strange. Plus,
that's one of those tracks when they do run, they only work on the track 3 days before an event, and you can't run a good track that way. To prep it and everything.
Right.
Takes a good week and a half to get a good track prepped anyhow. So that's why a lot of the tracks in California, they start on Tuesdays prepping their racetracks for a Friday or Saturday night race too. So, but it shows when they do run the cars down there, they got the big holes there on the dirt track there in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never been.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started racing in 1977, racing go-karts down in Santa Maria. And won my first championship in 1977, and running, then I moved on into NCMA. Then I raised up my boys at Kinsman Kart Club, Davis Kart Club, and all the different kart clubs up in the Bay Area. And we raced for years. And it's really strange how they, can do that to us.
Yeah. Hang on for a second. Stephen Blakeslee, one of the busiest announcers I know here in the West Coast, says that NCMA sprint car is running at Roseville next weekend. That's the asphalt track. I also like to mention that NCMA is one of the organizations that have been around for many, many, many years. So they're sticking with it.
NCMA, I built my first car. Mike Johnson, he set the set of rules in 1988 on NCMA.
I remember Mike.
And they built Mike Johnson. And then I built my first car in 1988. and raced Baylands on my first race. And I thought I was wide open, and the guy and we're parade lapping. He's telling me to hurry up, and this motor's making all kinds of noise and all that. And I go from go-karts to sprint cars, It was really fun. I'm on the gas,
I miss Baylands, let me tell you.
Yeah, that was a good old racetrack.
Yeah, Joe put up another one. Scott's an old man, just turned 65.
Getting too old.
Hey, you're still racing, buddy. That's a good thing about it, though.
Yeah, let's see if I can go out and get a championship. Last time we got here, I won 7 main events and won the championship with the Cam Coops here, and I really enjoyed myself. The cars were fast, but they weren't too fast, and my reflexes are not quite what they used to be, and had a lot of fun. It was good.
Yeah, we used to get about 10 to 15 cars sometimes there at Madeira when I was announcing there with the NCMA cars. Good drivers. Good drivers.
Oh, yeah, you had Jim Booth down there, and he won a championship down there in Baylands before he moved into NCMA with his injector cars and stuff like that. And, Donald Keith, he went down there. And I know some of the old timers. I guess we're starting to show our age, aren't we, dude?
Well, you guys can, but I'm older than everybody probably on here. I'm 72.
Well, you look pretty good for 72, brother.
Well, thank you, buddy. It's the good living here in Nevada now, not in California. I mean, you know what? When I got here in Nevada, I did notice a big change in my health. I really did, getting out of California. But that's always gone there. Another quick break here. John Myers, another good buddy of mine, great announcer as well. Living down there in, let's see.
John Myers, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, good. You know John.
Oh, John.
Yeah.
I think he gave me the nickname Rim Rider, if I remember.
Well, guess what he's doing now? He's not announcing. He's flagging now down there at Salmon Valley Speedway there.
No, great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy. He was an amazing announcer.
Oh, yeah. Well, he had that deep voice, deeper than mine.
Oh, yeah. He gets the crowd excited and stuff like that, and John, it was good. He was a good guy. He is a good guy. I shouldn't say was a good guy, but I haven't seen him in many years.
Okay, hang on, guys. Hang on. Everybody hang on. I've got to answer this. I'm on call for the sheriff's office.
We're talking to you then.
Okay, hang on, everybody. Hang on. I got to answer this. Or check it out. Oh, no. We're having problems here tonight. No, I can't get back on. Okay, here we go. Oh, man. Come on. I probably lost everybody else, but hang on here. I got to answer this. It's an alert call. Yeah, I got to do a search tomorrow. I'll text them back in a couple of minutes here. But thanks everybody for holding on there. Okay, let's go back here. Yeah, they have the opening weekend this weekend there at Salmon Valley Speedway. That's why John popped in. Here's good. Thank you, John. But I got to cut it short here. Scott, I got to get this email out because they just called us for that search.
Thanks for all you do for the motorsports and industry and all that. And really appreciate it. And
thank you, sir. And I got many more years still to do this stuff too. I tried to retire 3 or 4 years ago, but couldn't do it. Okay, thanks.
I retired from Chevron after 35 years and then went back to be a CNA nurse, and I've been doing that for 7 years.
Okay, man. Thanks for calling in. You can call in anytime you want, buddy. Let us know what's happening down there too.
All right, thanks.
All right, take care. Okay, folks, I got to go. Got to call or email. I got to rescue tomorrow. Somebody is lost, and we're all farming together to go find it on a search. But again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Be safe this weekend. Again, I'll be making a trip down to Carlsbad, California for my brother's celebration of life. So I'll see you, buddy, when I get back here in Fallon or at a racetrack next weekend and probably a Top Gun drag strip. So everybody take care and God bless as always. Thank you.